everyone, in this video I am going to share with you one hack that keeps me binge free. My name is Nicole. I struggled with binge eating for over 20 years of my life and I am finally binge free. I've been binge free for over 3 years and now I'm sharing my tips and tricks with you so that you can break free from binge eating too and step into the life that you are supposed to live. So the hack that I'm going to share with you today, you might not guess what I'm going to say, but my tip for you is to actually keep junk food in your house. So today I was looking in my pantry and I found this bag of peanut butter cups, and there's 3 peanut butter cups in this bag, and that bag has been sitting in my pantry for like probably at least a few months. And I was reflecting about how when I used to be stuck in the binge restrict cycle, there is not a chance in HE double hockey sticks that a bag of peanut butter cups would have stayed in my pantry for more than like maybe a few days. So what is the difference between now and then? So the big difference between then and now is that then I never would allow myself to just shamelessly buy candy or chips or any kind of like junky snack food. Basically what would happen is I would be at the grocery store and I would like see the candy on the shelf and be like, wow, I would really love some of that candy. But I would have this dialogue in my head like, no, I can't buy that candy because I can't control myself around food, and if I buy that candy, then I'm just gonna end up binging on the whole bag and feel like crap. And that was the language that I was using with myself. So like, what do you think actually happened then in my life? I wouldn't buy the candy. Every time I go to the store, I would want the candy, I wouldn't buy the candy, I'd want the candy, I wouldn't buy the candy. And then eventually I would just say like, you know what? I'd get to one of those spaces where I was just like, forget it. Like, I'm sick of trying to restrict myself all the time. I'm just gonna do whatever I wanna do, and I'm gonna go to the store and I'm gonna buy the candy, and I would just eat the whole bag of candy and then feel like crap, right? Like, literally playing out that internal dialogue that I was having with myself for however many weeks before before the other times when I was at the grocery store. So like basically what I do now is this is the big thing. I don't let food hold so much weight in my life. Like, if I want a candy, I can have a candy. And like, honestly, it's kind of a thing that I do when I go to the grocery store. I usually buy a treat for myself. Like, it's not a big deal. So that is my big hack that I have to share with you. I know it's like, it seems kind of counterintuitive. Like, you want to stop binge eating, so you should keep the foods that you like to binge on in your house. And then you're thinking like, okay, if I keep the foods that I like to binge on in my house, like I'm just literally gonna binge on all of it. But for me, it had the absolute reverse effect. Like, having junk food available to me and not holding shame around that junk food and not feeling bad about purchasing those types of foods at the grocery store, it made it so that it wasn't such a big deal in my life. It made it hold so much less weight in my life. I will say that I have personal parameters around what I like allow myself to consume. And those parameters are different, like based on what I actually buy at the store to keep in my home and like what I'll eat when I'm like at a restaurant or like at a family member or friend's house. So yeah, that's my big tip, is the foods that you have a tendency to binge out on, keep versions of those foods that you are comfortable eating in your house, keep them in your house in abundance, make them available to you so that when you are having a craving, you can fulfill that craving in a healthy manner. And it's not coming from a place of deprivation or lack. It's like not a big deal. Like, yeah, the peanut butter cups are in the pantry and they're gonna be in the pantry, and if I want some, they're literally right there and I can have them. And like, maybe I'll have one later, maybe I'll have one now, maybe I'll have one tomorrow, but it makes it so much easier to just have one because they're always there. It's like kind of like an abundance mindset versus like a mindset of lack. like when I feel like I'm not allowed to have this, then when I finally do allow myself to have it, I like go overboard on it, because it's like I'm making up for everything that I wasn't allowing myself to eat in the past and everything that I'm not going to allow myself to eat in the future. But when I just tell myself like those peanut butter cups are always available to me, and if I want them I can have them, and it's not a big deal, it's like now it's actually not a big deal. Like it's actually not a big deal, and if I want one I'll have one. And I don't feel the need to like go all in on them anymore. So try that out. Try keeping the foods that you like to binge on, versions of those foods that you decide in advance that you're actually comfortable consuming. Like keep those foods in your house, and so that they are there and they're an option to you, because that will allow them to not hold so much weight in your life. So that is my simple hack that I wanted to share with you today. It's really actually helped me so much. If you are currently struggling with binge eating, definitely click the link in my description of this video, because you can download my free guide on how to stop binge eating today. It's several tips on how I stay binge free and have stayed binge free for the last 3 years. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. I hope you found this helpful, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.